everyone. Seth Rudetsky here with someone whose name is just as headachy, Alysha Umphress.
Alysha Umphress, that was easy. You did it perfectly.
Yeah, I know, but I've had years of practice because, you know, I have this book, Seth's Broadway Diary. It's all my Playboy columns, and the first one's from 2007, and I have a column, I'm like, I heard this singing waitress. She has some promise. Actually, it's not that condescending, but I'm like, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Cut to Broadway starting out on the town, bringing down the house. Do you read reviews, by the way?
I don't usually, but because the reviews were so good, everyone sort of posted them all over my Facebook wall, so I sort of had no choice.
Yeah, she's playing Hildy. The crazy talent level. So two things I want to talk about. First of all, I remember on A Clear Day, you were sort of involved. They created what was it?
Well, on A Clear Day, I did a lot of the workshops.
Look at the eyeliner, not since Barbara. Sorry, go.
Barbara's my fave, she's my muse.
How come? Me too.
Obvi. I did a lot of the readings, most of the readings for On A Clear Day, and then went up to Vassar when they had used Anika Noni Rose with Brian Darcy James up at New York Stage and Film, and Anika had an emergency in her family, and I was doing American Idiot at the time, and Michael Mayer.
Because he directed both. He directed American Idiot and he was directing On A Clear Day.
Yeah, called me that afternoon when I had a show that night and said, hey, if we sent a car for you, could you come up to Poughkeepsie and do the show tonight and play Melinda? And I was like, what about American Idiot? He's like, it's fine, we'll pay you for that. Oh, you'll get it, it's fine.
Wait, when was the last time you did On A Clear Day?
It had been at least a year and a half since the last workshop I had done.
And
so
was this a stage production or just reading?
It was a staged reading. So it was little to no blocking, but still, you know, songs I had never done before, duets I had never sung before, so.
How did you learn it?
I didn't. I cold read. I went up to Poughkeepsie and I kept
Wait
on trying
a minute.
I kept on trying to no, I had one rehearsal I had to put in with everyone, but I kept
Put in learning it? That's not called a put in, that's called a rehearsal learning it.
Right. But I did know the solos, for the most part.
Okay, somebody's talented. Second of all, I brought her on my, by the way, so you didn't wind up doing it on Broadway, Jessie did, however.
Yes, and she's the most wonderful person.
However, they're both very similar because the amazing jazz riffs, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But talk about when you came on my Sirius XM show. So I brought her on my Sirius XM show because I'm like, this girl's going places. Go.
Oh, no, it wasn't on the XM show. This was like in May, I was home in San Francisco visiting family. And I had gotten in the car, me and my friend Matt, you know Matt Rish?
Yes.
Yes, good friend of mine. And we got in the car and
Dance up, yeah.
Yes, and we got in the car to, I don't know, drive somewhere. We were in the Castro, and I literally turned the ignition on, and it was set to Sirius XM because my mom always listens to it, and when I'm home, I like to listen to it. And I kid you not, the intro with the horn to Coronet Man comes on, and only a few days before I'd been in the car with my mom, and I was like, oh, they're playing this song, I know this song, you know, whatever, and it was Barbara's version. So then, this was a couple days later, and they play it, and I was like, wow, they're really getting a lot of use out of the song. I just heard this a few days ago, and it was my version. And Matt Rish was like, oh my God, it's you! And I was like, oh my God! And it was so crazy. And
wait!
I know, it was so fun.
I love it, it was so timed so crazy perfectly.
Literally, ignition on, bum, 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 wow, and then me. I was like,
just put the kids to sleep.
Exactly, it was crazy.
Okay, she went from radio star to Broadway star, playing one of my favorite parts. So Alysha did this song, and this is when I first saw you in this club. It was at Laurie Beecham Room. It's like taking simple joys of maidenhood and jazzing it up, but I was just talking to Lily White about this. How do you have the crazy flexibility in your voice? Hey, Dan Hood. Where do you get all that flexibility from?
I don't know, just practice. Honestly,
how do you practice it for my viewers out there?
I mean, I don't practice it now. I just mean I have a pretty good ear, so I think years of just sort of, you know, in high school I could riff, but I didn't that much because I listened to a lot of the classics like Barbara and they don't do a lot of
Barbara
that.
adds H's.
Yes.
Yeah. She doesn't do fluid riffs.
And then I got to college, I went to Boston Conservatory, and I realized that a lot of people didn't riff. So I was like, oh, this is a way to set myself apart, and you know, because when everybody's at a big school like that, everybody's like, notice me, notice me. So then I started doing it all the time to like stand out, and then I guess I just got better at it, and
yeah. Okay, and the riffs are so amazing. So, okay, I'm going to have to maybe turn towards the camera every time I hear a riff that I'm obsessed with. Get ready. So, this ain't your Julie Andrews version. Okay. Obsessed.
Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Where are all those adoring, daring boys? Where's the knight pining so for me? He leaves to death in woe for me. Where are a maiden's simple joys? Well, shouldn't I have the normal life that a maiden should. Shall I never be rescued in the wood? Shall two knights never till for me and let their blood be spilled for me? Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Shall I not be on a pedestal, oh, worshipped and competed for? Not be carried off, or better still, cause a little war? Where are the simple joys of maidenhood? Are those sweet, gentle pleasures gone for good? Shall a few not begin for me? Shall kid not kill their kin for me? Where are the trivial joys, harmless convivial joys? Where are the simple joys of maidenhood?
Right there. Go sing on the town
Come see on the town.
and get your CD. How do we get your CD?
Oh, on my website, which is under construction, but and also I just did a album with Jeff Blumenkrantz.
Stop being talented.
Yes,
Alysha
Umphress
Umphress.
swings Jeff Blumenkrantz. So
Good
check
luck
it out.
spelling it. Good luck spelling both those names.
Yes.